The Season 1 Skate Pass is out in Skate, and I just wanted to make a video talking about it. So, this is this is that video. We're just going to be skating around, and I'm going to kind of give you my thoughts, my opinions, and how I'm feeling about the first Skate Pass, the first zine, and really just how I'm feeling about the game overall still, about a month out into the into the launch, like 3 months out if you were playing in July like I was. Um, Honestly, my opinions, they're not too much, like my opinions on the game itself are not much different than my video I posted right when the game launched to the public, in that I think the fundamentals of skating and I think the world feels good, and I just love skating around in it. But I feel like after this update, this first major update, which has been kind of hindered by, DDoS attacks on certain platforms, and like just generally, ooh, what the fuck? My fault, gangy. Just general issues on getting the update patched, and then people playing on it. I think I've been seeing online that like people are still complaining about the same stuff they're always complaining about in this game, which is like whatever. If you don't like the microtransactions, it's a free game. And even though I would prefer, I would prefer offline access, and I would wish the anti-cheat would let me play this on my Steam Deck, because this game would be perfect on the Steam Deck. Um, it's just, I was getting in the zone. I think those little problems, they're either going to get fixed or they're not. But I personally, like, as you can see that I'm Isaac Clark, I've bought I've spent $55 in the microtransactions on this game, and I've played 100 hours plus now, and I have way more to come in the coming, bit of time. I'm gonna buy every season probably, or most of them, as they come out, just because I enjoy playing the game. And I'm happy to have more things to unlock, more stuff to do, more tasks on my weekly rotation to kind of sort out. We'll flip here for the culture. So, I'm happy that the map got updated. I'm happy we got some more stuff added into the area that's not even finished. And, we don't have Brick Switch yet, but there's, they're working on it. And maybe I'm glazing, call me a glazer on EA Skate. But I'm enjoying my time with it. And I think people who are, mostly playing it are enjoying their time. Now I have my, and I have my problems with the update, right? They patched out the launch glitch. They patched out they patched out launch glitches. I haven't seen if any of the speed glitches have been patched. But at the same time, you've got to think too that maybe the glitches that we're getting are tied to some game-breaking issue that needed to be fixed. And then because they fixed that, it patched out a glitch. Who knows? Because I feel like glitches like the launch glitch or things like that, they probably would have mentioned in patch notes if they were, like, if they actively went out and fixed it. And with like the Skate Insider program, and like the grind, they're pretty open to the public about what they're doing and where the game's headed. And I do find, I like a lot of the cosmetics in the past, but I do find, it is a little lackluster. I am disappointed that they were like, oh, we're adding Creature, Santa Cruz, and Independent. And then there's absolutely no branded gear in the past. I'm hoping that this will get fixed. I'm hoping that this in the future, like in future passes, they fix, because my two main issues with the pass is that you can't earn enough currency to buy the next pass from this pass, which is annoying. You can only earn like about half the pass, because you can get four. Oh, okay, so you can still backflip speed glitch. We just learned live. that the backflip speed glitch totally still works. So, sorted. But I didn't use the launch glitch really anyways, other than doing the T-pose one and the drop-in one pretty often. Just because I thought it was funny to do, even though it was the most unpractical thing in the entire world. But do I think that this battle pass is worth $10? I mean, depending, I don't know exactly what all you're locked out from getting. I think it's like, you know, the 40 extra, like you can't get the bird costume, you can't get the leather jacket. So I don't know, I'd have to see how much you can, like, I think it's like the first 3, sometimes 4 items of the pages are in the free tier, which isn't bad. But, you know, maybe $5, maybe $8 for something like this, especially with there not being any branded items. I feel would be more fair. If there were more, like, if there was more branded stuff in the past, I feel like $10 would be fine. But there's just not. They're still gonna make me use the premium currency to buy a Santa Cruz board. I wanted independent trucks for my board, but I don't have any more left over. And so I'm just gonna get them from the 400 I get in the past. Excuse me. But just because I skate independent trucks in real life, so I wanted to use those because I'm trying to get as close to making like a real board, which I have girl decks that it's not any of the ones I skate because I have a girl Hello Kitty deck. That's neither here nor there. Which I would love to see that collaboration in this game, but I don't think they'll ever do it. That's too many licensing things they've got to sort. But overall, I'm really happy with the new lighting. I think it looks a lot better, and I think as long as it keeps developing and being as good as it can, I think it's already a step in the right direction. With the new look, I think the skating, even after the update, I feel like it's a little snappier, a little bit more responsive. I think the animations look a little cleaner. So overall, I'm very happy with that. And I'm just overall happy with the update, and I think I'm just getting tired of everybody complaining because yeah, it's not everything we wanted. We waited forever for it. I know, but it's here now, and it's fun at a rudimentary gameplay level. It's kind of what we wanted. And it's only going to get better with time as long as they keep getting the support they need, and the game's free. So is the pricing on the microtransactions a little high? Yes, but there's still a good portion of stuff that you earn through getting your levels and opening the admittedly pretty mid loot boxes, but there's good stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff in the loot boxes. Do I wish I could just go to a clothing store and pick out the items I wanted and spend my rip chips that way? Yes, but that's not what we got. And overall, I'm satisfied with the gameplay experience that is going to continue to grow. And if everybody who wants to be a negative Nancy wants to dust off their Xbox 360 and play Skate 3 for the rest of their life, then they can do that. And leave, the people who actually want to see this game do something alone to do that. So that's basically all I have to say about this. Overall, I'm feeling a bit of a mixed bag on the update in that I wanted the pass to be better, but I'm happy with how the game still continues to feel, and the game feel has only improved. So in that regard, it's as good of an update as it could be, and the new spots are pretty good. I like the orb spot, and the cool little spot at the pivot is pretty neat. But those aren't really the kind of spots that you'll typically I'll typically skate. So unless I have to do challenges there, I kind of just meander. I've been kind of stuck in hitting the same spots basically, where I come over here to these ledges, or I just hang out at the Rolling Waves water park, which I'm gonna accidentally teleport back to, because this is my favorite area in the whole game. I could skate here for my whole life, probably. But that's all I wanted to say on that. So, peace out.